Alrighty, so the Battlefield 2042 beta is out right now for early access. If you pre-order the game or you have Game Pass like myself, you're able to play this game and try it out and see if it is for you. And we finally get to play the Battlefield 2042 beta. For how long it's been delayed, and people rumoring it. I'm finally being able to get to try this game out. Does it play well? Does it work for me? Is it something that I want to look forward to when the game fully releases? Man, I got a lot of mixed opinions about it, and it seems like, at least when it comes to other players out there, at least from going to social media, man, a lot of people are having a lot of mixed opinions about this. Some good, some bad, and I'll tell you this, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to go over my opinion on what I thought was good, what I thought was bad, and look, as somebody that is really looking forward to Battlefield 2042, I want this game to be successful. I want this game to be good. Look, I want Battlefield to be a good competitor when it comes to Halo Infinite or, Call of Duty or whatever first-person shooter games are out there. I want Battlefield 2042 to be a great competitor that it used to be to these other franchises. I think competition is good. I think the better the competition is between companies and video games, you're going to get a better product. But man, oh man, with some of the glaring issues from this beta, God bless it, I don't want Battlefield to, Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 had issues when those games released. Man, I don't want 2042 to have those same issues. I don't want issues to bog down this game when it gets launched mid-November, and I want this to launch immediately and be a great game and have some, barely any of the issues that it's at least having right now in this beta. I know people are going to say, oh, it's a beta. I get that. However, there are issues, at least in this beta, that I want to see corrected. And like I mentioned, there are mixed opinions, and there's already a question out there right now saying, do you think Battlefield 2042 should be delayed till 2022 to allow for better optimization? And I'll be honest, I voted yes. I think some of the issues that at least we've seen in this beta so far, I'm not a huge fan of. I think there's stuff that in this game that need to be optimized, that need to be addressed. And I honestly, to make sure that this game is good, to make sure it's a good competitor, to make sure it's a great Battlefield game, I would probably be on board with saying, yeah, let's go ahead and delay it for a couple months till next year to make sure that it could be the best possible game. Look, we've already seen the gripes and complaints about Vanguard. We need this game to be good. For some reason, I don't know why, game companies, AAA studios release games that are unfinished, bugged, whatever it might be, and they're like, hey, you know what, we'll fix it later on. No. Release a good product. Release a good product. Don't make it half-assed and be like, oh, we'll fix it later. That's not the way that you should be doing things. And it just makes me upset, and I hope they don't go that route. I hope they're able to correct a lot of the issues with Battlefield 2042. So, real quick, let's get into some of the goods before I get into some of the criticisms that I have for this beta. So far, at least from what the game plays and looking at it, at least graphic-wise on probably new-gen consoles or PC, it looks good. It looks good. It looks like a Battlefield game. From being able to stand on a hilltop and being able to see the entire map, seeing the rocket go up and stuff like that, I can't complain on the look of the game. I think the game looks good, and I think you're seeing a lot of people coming out saying, yes, the game looks good, and that not really being too much of a complaint. However, we'll get into what it looks like on the old gen consoles and how ugly that is, because I did play it on my Xbox One X, and good God, it looks terrible. All right, weapon attachments and how you select them. I think the way that you're able to attach attachments to your weapon in game and do it on the fly and being able to change it on different situations and stuff like that, I think that's a great thing. I don't know how many attachments are going to be allotted for each weapon and which slot and whatnot. I hopefully it doesn't get too convoluted and too messy, but at least so far from the way they're able to do that, I think it's great. However, there is not an option to be able to equip attachments. From what I understand, and from what at least I've been seeing, in that menu screen, in that being able to respawn and stuff like that, I don't think there's a way to actually attach attachments in that situation. So hopefully there's at least an option to do that where you're able to customize your weapons before you actually spawn in. Last thing, or actually two things. Being able to call in vehicles and being able to call in the robots to help you out, being able to either traverse the map with a vehicle, you spawn in a tank, ATV and stuff like that. I think that's great, being able to kind of, if you want to spawn a tank, you can be able to surprise the enemy really fast, or wanting to go from one side of the map to the other, you're able to call in a vehicle and help you out being able to traverse the map. Last thing I want to talk about is, and this is kind of a mixed opinion for a lot of people, I actually don't have a huge issue with the movement. The movement, being able to run pretty damn fast in this game and being able to move around the map in a pretty quick fashion, I don't have an issue with, because of how big and large some of these maps are. Man, it takes a long damn time to get some places, but being able to move quicker with the way that they have paced out the running in this game, I think it's not that bad, and I think it's pretty good when it comes to being able to move from one objective to the next and not really being bogged down with, man, it's going to take me 5 minutes to run from, objective A to objective C. So I do enjoy the movement-wise. I know some people are kind of a little iffy on that. All right, let's get into the bad of this thing, and I'm going to start off with this first. The old consoles look ugly, man. The graphic wise and whatnot, the fidelity, the whatever you want to call it, just at least on the console side, when it comes to old gen, man, PS4 and Xbox X or Xbox One, it just looks atrocious. I wanted to give you guys gameplay, but it just looks really bad. I switched over to the PC just because, man, it actually looks pretty decent, but man, oh man, old gen consoles look terrible. I don't think they're going to be doing anything to that. I think just old gen consoles are going to be, that's what you get. But man, oh man, if you're playing this on an old gen console, I mean, you pretty much, if you want to play this game and enjoy it and being able to be optimized, you have to get a new gen, or you have to be buy a PC and have a PC to be able to play this game to where it actually looks good to the eye. So let's talk about this. This is actually one of the first things that I noticed in this game. Aim assist, I don't know where it's at. I looked under my desk, I looked over here, I don't know where aim assist is at on console. The funny thing is you would think that the console versions would have aim assist dialed in really good, and a lot of people have been talking about how bad the controller system setup is on the console version, even on the PC as well, is one thing that I've noticed. But man, oh man, when it comes to aim, there's no aim assist from that I can detect. Some people say yes, some people say no. To me personally, playing it on my Xbox One X and then playing it on PC, I am not really detecting any type of whatsoever aim assist on console. I maybe be able to detect a little bit on PC, but that's honestly, I think just because it looks better, I'm like, oh, I'm able to aim better because just it looks fantastic. On old Xbox, One and I'm assuming PS4, it looks so bad, I just can't tell what the hell I'm aiming at, and especially too when not being able to get that aim assist to assist me in gunfights, man, it makes some of the gunfights pretty bad looking. So man, I would love to see some aim assist. I want to talk about this too. You know what? I talk about, at least when it comes to moving and being able to move on your feet very quickly. I have tried some of these vehicles, from the pickup truck to the ATV to the tank and stuff like that. Some of these vehicles, they really move pretty clunky. Like, I don't know what it is, but these vehicles have pretty clunky movement, and especially even the pickup truck. Man, I thought the pickup truck would be able to haul ass and get me to a place. Man, oh man, you driving some grass, you driving some dirt, you are going to be swerving left and right, and honestly I just don't understand why. I'm not understanding why it just has really bad controlling. It just feels very clunky, and I'm not liking the way that movement is with vehicles. I don't know why this has been such a thing when it comes to Call of Duty and Battlefield, but my god, can we please, for the love of God, make it to where we have an enemy faction and a friendly faction where there's two different distinct looks from friendly forces to enemy forces. Like, I don't know where we went, but Call of Duty and Battlefield for years, decades now, have been going, at least especially for Battlefield, you've been having Russian forces or Chinese forces versus American forces, and each force look different. They look like their corresponding country. And this, for some reason, it's gone down the route of Vanguard to where everybody looks alike. Everybody picks from the same different class of characters. The reason this pisses me off is that I get in a gunfight and I'm like, okay, good. I'm in this gunfight. I finished the gunfight. I'm survived. Woo! I'm good. I'm healing up. Turn the corner. Hey, you know what? I know that guy. That's a friendly guy. Oh shit, he's shooting at me. No, he wasn't. He wasn't friendly. He just looked like a teammate because everybody looks alike because they picked the same characters. I don't care. I don't think there's a single person out there that gives a damn about what storyline each character has. I don't care. Is the game fun? Is the game entertaining? And is the game not gonna F me over because I think this person looks like a friendly on my team, but he's not? I don't understand why we've gone down this route, and I hate it completely that we've done this to where, for some reason, we have to have backstories for the freaking characters that we're playing, for the support character or whatever, the healer. I don't know why. Go back to the original, original route where we had two distinct looking different teams to where people are not having to say, is that a friendly force? Is that an enemy force? Shit, I don't know. It looks like somebody that I know on my team. I hate it. It just blows me away. All right, last two things. Frame drops. That's been an issue from a lot of people that I've been hearing, where their frames are dropping. I mean, they'll play on, you know, PS5 or whatever, or PC, and they've been dropping frames in like 48 frames. And it's like, yeah, no, your PC is pretty more optimized than that. There are issues, so that's been a big factor. Connection issues. I have definitely noticed that gunfights do not feel consistent, and I'm assuming that is with connection issues that are within this beta, within the game. There's times where I feel like, you know what, gunfights feel pretty consistent and good, and then sometimes I just get beamed, and I'm like, how do you expect me to defend myself? Like, the connection issues in this game so far, at least with this beta, need to be addressed, because not only are we just in the early access of this game, the open beta is going to be coming out on Friday and Saturday, and I'm assuming there's going to be even more issues with that. They need to be addressed, especially for this game's full release in mid-November, going off of the heels of what other Battlefield 3 and 4 were having issues with when those games were launched. So this game needs to be worked on. It needs some TLC. I want it to be successful. I want it to be good, but so far it does have some major issues that need to be addressed, that I think people just need to take a look at and going, yeah, no, the game needs help. The game needs some stuff to address to make sure that the game is a good game when it first releases in mid-November. And I don't want it to go down the route that other games have gone, to where they release a unfinished product that people are not liking, that have issues that they're not going to address until later on in the game's life cycle. So anyway, just wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I thought about the beta so far. I will continue to give you guys more gameplay and let you guys know kind of what I think about the game so far, at least this beta, as the week goes on. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about this beta so far? If you've gotten to play it, whether you pre-ordered it or early access, or you have a battle pass, or, you know, the game pass. Dear God, I'm gonna get it now. But let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please have a great rest of the day. Look forward to talking to you guys all next time.